Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Today we will discuss Islamic Fintech and financial inclusion in Malaysia, which is challenges, community initiative and future solution. Islamic Fintech refers to the use of technology to provide financial services that comply with Sharia principles, including the prohibition of riba, gharar and unethical activities. Financial inclusion aims to ensure that individuals have access to affordable and convenient financial services such as saving, payment, financing, and investment. With the growth of digital technology, Islamic fintech solutions like mobile banking, e-wallets, crowdfunding, and digital financing have improved access to financial services. The main challenges are limited financial literacy, low awareness of Islamic financial products, and cybersecurity concerns. Many people do not fully understand Islamic financial services, while others are unaware of the available products. In addition, concern about online fraud and data security may reduce users' trust in Islamic fintech services. So, we need the solution and improvement for the future Islamic fintech.
Today, I want to talk about how Islamic Fintech can support financial inclusion. I came across a keynote speech by Ms. Siti Kamaria Amasuki, a board member at INSAF University, delivered at the 5th International Islamic Fintech Dialogue in 2022. She highlighted two important ideas about the future of Islamic finance in a digital era. First, she explained that Islamic fintech should take advantage of new technologies, changing demographics, underserved market segment, and evolving consumer behavior. This is important because there are still groups in society who face barriers in accessing conventional financial services. Some may not have stable income, credit history, or may want financial products that comply with Sharia principles. Islamic fintech provide alternative solutions such as digital Islamic saving, peer-to-peer crowdfunding based on contract like mudarabah or wakalah, and micro-takaful. These solutions are often more accessible, more flexible, and Sharia compliant. So, financial inclusion here does not just mean having a bank account, but having meaningful access to financial services that are fair, ethical, and suitable for different needs. Second, the speech highlighted the importance of Islamic digital literacy through the iFikir platform, a knowledge hub developed by INSAF University. This matters because financial inclusion is not only about access, but also understanding. Without proper knowledge, people may struggle to differentiate between Islamic finance concepts such as mudarabah and murabaha, or may not fully understand whether a product is truly Sharia compliant. Platforms like iFikir help by providing educational resources, research material, and awareness about Islamic economics and finance. This improves literacy, which help individuals make more informed financial decisions and engage more confidently in the financial system. To conclude, Islamic fintech play an important role in improving financial inclusion by making financial services more accessible and ethical. At the same time, initiatives like iFikir strengthen understanding and awareness, ensuring that people are not only able to access financial services, but also use them wisely. Together, access and knowledge create a stronger and more inclusive financial ecosystem. Next, I will pass to Mio.
Thank you, Amar. The article from INSAF University highlights that digital finance and financial inclusion are closely connected, but there is still more work needed in Islamic finance. Today, I want to share two real situations from Malaysia, one from the banking sector and one from community support. These are not examples of technology being used as a solution, but rather real-life efforts involving people, trust, and access to basic financial services. So in Kedah, there is a community of paddy farmers. For many years, many of them receive government payment in cash or checks. However, a large number did not have bank accounts. Because of this, they often keep their money at home. Some face losses due to theft or accidents like fire. Others struggle to access small financing for seeds or fertilizer because they had no formal banking records. A local Islamic bank responded by reaching out directly to the villagers. Bank staff came physically to meet the farmers and help them open basic Sharia compliant savings accounts using simple paper registrations. On certain days each week, a mobile banking service also came to the villages. Farmers could deposit money, withdraw savings, and ask about small financing face to face. More than 2,500 farmers opened bank accounts within a year. This allowed them to receive payment more safely, and some also obtained small interest-free financing to support their farming activities. Next, in a low-cost flat in Kuala Lumpur, residents such as single mothers, elderly people, and informal workers struggle to access banking services and sometimes rely on loan sharks. To help each other, they formed a weekly savings group where each member contributed a small amount, as little as 5 ringgit. A trusted neighbor kept handwritten records, and the total saving was shared openly every week. After a few months, members could request interest-free loans from the pool, which were discussed together and repaid in small weekly amounts. This helped them cover important needs like education, medical bills, and home repairs without relying on loan sharks. In conclusion, these two examples from Malaysia show that financial inclusion is not always about complex systems. In Kedah, it was about banks going directly to the community. Meanwhile, in Kuala Lumpur, it was about neighbors building trust and helping each other. As highlighted in the article, the goal of financial inclusion is to reach those who are left out of the financial system. Sometimes, the goal is achieved not through technology, but through simple and human-centered efforts. Next, Haikal will take over the next part.
The main issue among the paddy farmers was that some of them did not have bank account because they were not aware of the importance of banking services and how to open an account. This lack of financial awareness, together with limited access to banking facilities and rural areas, made it difficult for them to participate in the formal financial system. The impact was significant. Without bank accounts, the farmer had to keep their money in cash, which exposed them to risks such as theft and loss. They also faced difficulty in saving securely and building a financial record, which limited their access to financing and financial support. The solution came through the involvement of an Islamic bank that conducted community outreach programs and provide easier access to banking services, including mobile banking support. Case 2, low-cost flat resident in Kuala Lumpur. The second case involved a resident in a low-cost flat in Kuala Lumpur. Many of them were low-income earners, including single mother, elderly people, and informal worker. Their income were irregular, and they had limited access to formal financial services, which made it difficult for them to manage their finances properly. As a result, some become vulnerable to loan shark due to lack of affordable financing options. The impact was both financial and social. High interest informal loans increased financial stress and could trap family in a cycle of debt. However, the introduction of a community saving group helped improve financial discipline, build trust among residents, and strengthen their financial resilience. The solution was the establishment of community-based financial support systems such as saving group, compliance finance community, and collaboration with Islamic financial institutions. Through the initiative, residents were encouraged to save regularly in small amount and access fair Sharia compliant microfinancing instead of relying on loan shark. Now I'm gonna give it to Project.
Thank you, Haikal. Based on the case studies, I have 3 recommendations to improve financial inclusion in Islamic finance. First, Islamic banks should expand their outreach programs to rural and underserved communities. Bringing financial services directly to the people can help increase access and participation. Second, community-based saving groups should be supported through training, financial education, and simple digital tools. This can strengthen their operations while preserving Islamic values such as cooperation and mutual assistance. Third, Islamic Fintech platforms should be designed to be simple and user-friendly. Easy-to-use application and accessible features can encourage more people to benefit from Islamic financial services. In conclusion, financial inclusion can be enhanced when Islamic finance combines technology with its ethical principles. By reaching more communities and making services more accessible, Islamic finance can create a greater positive impact on society.
In conclusion, Islamic Fintech has strong potential to improve financial inclusion by offering services that are accessible, affordable and Sharia compliant. Digital solutions such as mobile banking, e-wallets, crowdfunding and Islamic financing platforms help support those underserved by traditional banks. However, financial inclusion is not only about technology. Real examples from Kedah and Kuala Lumpur show that trust, education and community support are equally important in ensuring meaningful access to financial services. Despite this, challenges such as low financial literacy, limited access to banking and weak digital infrastructure still exist. Initiatives like iFit help improve financial knowledge so people can make better and more confident financial decisions. Moving forward, collaboration between Islamic financial institutions, fintech provider, educator and communities is essential. By combining innovation with Islamic values of fairness and transparency, we can build a more inclusive financial system. Ultimately, Islamic Fintech is not just about technology, but about empowering people and improving financial well-being in line with Islamic principles. Thank you for your attention.